Hello and welcome to my video. It's a selection of videos and photos about my adventures with my brother in this case, as we did the Grizzly 2019, which is a famous endurance race, I suppose you call it. It's not quite an ultra because it was just less than a marathon in distance. It's about 20 miles. I think they shortened it slightly because the weather was so treacherous. They were worried people were going to be blown off the cliffs at places, but it's kind of fairly notorious for the conditions. It's changeable because it takes place in March each year. So some years you'll get. Last year I think it was snow. It's actually the end of June now as I'm making this video because it's taken me a while to get around to putting it all together. But the race takes place in March, and it was gale force winds expected when we did our adventure, our race, our run. And so this introduction is really by way of just introducing a bit about the videos and photos that follow. I've made a few of these each year when we've done different races between us. Did one on the 100 kilometers South Coast Challenge. Then I've also done an overnight one that only took place for 1 year, run by Medway, called Deangate Turns Meangate. I think it wasn't hugely profitable for them. It wasn't the most glamorous of races, but it was a nightmare. So it certainly warranted a video from that point of view, and I think there's probably one or two others as well. But just in terms of what we do and why I do it, maybe looking for an annual challenge each year, different type of race than your average 5 and 10 Ks that I do now and again. And it's a nice opportunity for myself and my brother to spend some quality time together. And we also had family down in Devon, so we went and saw them, which is very close to where the Grizzly takes place. In terms of what's known about the Grizzly as well, like I've sort of mentioned a bit about that already. It's its conditions are famous. It's very boggy. It's known for obviously its peat bogs. It's very humorous when you're there as well. You know, there's a kind of gallows humour in it. The town crier did the introduction, and it was really phenomenally funny and fantastic. It's good spirits. It's big amount of people that do it. We were by no means at our best physically, so we were just looking to kind of I suppose just partake in the race without coming last. One of those kind of like challenges, really. We had um, our own kind of injuries to contend with. I had a sort of ankle injury that was, or yeah, I think it was an ankle injury that I'd done a few weeks before the race, and I was sort of kind of worrying about how that was going to hold up, and that was getting gradually worse about halfway through, and then it just faded, and I knew I'd be all right. My brother, yeah, I think he had a dodgy hamstring. He always seems to have a bad hamstring, and that got really quite bad at one point. He was actually thinking of pulling out, and he said to me a few times, "Do you want to just go ahead and run on if he's holding me back?" But it kind of almost the other way in the end. We kind of stuck together, and he took some painkillers and got through it. And in the end, he kind of seemed to drag me over the line when I was exhausted at the end. Um, yeah, it was definitely physically exhausting by the time we finished. There was no question that um, it was an easy race for us. It's the ups and downs. I think I can't remember what it was now. Whether it's about sort of like a kilometre of climbs. There's the notorious Stairway to Heaven towards the end, which is a real steep climb. Um, the strong winds. It's more like it's not just the ups and downs, which are constant as well. There was hardly any flats. It was the kind of the sideways tilt as well, which is the way your foot's landing as you're kind of running across slopes at times as well. That I found really draining. And of course, there was running across pebble beaches at the beginning, which is sort of take it out of your legs, and then right at the end as well, which is really a bit of a nightmare, which just kind of adds to it. Running through bogs that are up to your kind of knees. I had cramp at times, so that was the first time I've experienced that in a race. Um, the conditions kind of eased off once it started, so we kind of it was bearable. Um, overall, it was an excellent experience. I think I'll be looking at different races in future. I've spoken to someone recently, done it twice, and I can't understand why someone would want to go back and do it again, but maybe I can in a way. Um, so I think overall it was another really good, memorable experience that we took part in, and I'm glad I did it. And here's the videos and the photos of our experiences.
So what I need to do is clear up.
First video of the trip now. Stopping off in Devon services somewhere near Exeter. Having made good progress. How are you feeling about what lies ahead?
Looking forward to it, particularly the 50-mile-an-hour winds.
That's probably the headline, isn't it? I suppose the kind of the conditions are looking quite demanding,
challenging. Luckily, training's gone pretty well.
Fueling up with the Gregs.
So,
just on our way to see the family now. A bunch of flowers from the quality services providers, and to have a little break and ready for the last bit of the journey, and then see family, and then probably rest up this evening before the big day tomorrow.
Yep.
Maybe
a couple of bottles of wine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the head chef doing his job.
Exhausting.
Work out 10. Turn the oven off. Confidently done.
Thanks.
What have we got, head chef?
Just got a fricassee of lamb.
Yes. It's a Spanish dish, this one. It's a meal preparation for the big push tomorrow.
Classic athletes.
The night before the race.
Gourmet meal.
Yep. Tuck him. Bon appetit.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. The two of us. Last little video before the race, the Grizzly tomorrow. It's my kind of video speaking voice.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Voice
sort
I've
of
never
more
heard
authentic.
before.
Yeah.
Video.
Don't know what the difference is. I can't use my normal voice somehow. Just can't do it.
Just can't do it.
But we've had a little run. We've had a little 3K up and down and around Collyton. Just to get a bit of energy into the legs, I suppose, after a lot of time in the car today, and sat at with Granny and Linda and Mandy family, which is quite nice. And we're just back in our kind of holiday home, killing time really until the morning really now. Had our pizzas,
Just watching some Hitler.
watching Hitler to get us in a sort of focus, traditional pre-run DVD that we carry around with us, rallying cries. Won't start breaking into my kind of German accent just now, but yeah, no, it's the best of a mixed Saturday night TV bunch on the schedules. So we've gone for a bit of World War II in colour. Fascinating way to spend a Saturday evening together. Maybe then a movie and
Probably
up
some
in
sleep.
bed. Yeah, probably a bit of sleep with a hot cocoa, I imagine. And that's us. And then it'll be hopefully a nice sleep, and then the big windy day tomorrow. That's the big news every time I check the weather forecast. If the wind's calming down, it's just going the other way really and getting worse. So looking interesting. So look forward to that tomorrow. No. Just a nice action shot of Daniel making his breakfast.
Delivering my
The morning of the big race, the Grizzly. So
Alex
I've
is going
adopted
for
my
a
voice again.
light snack.
Light snack, yes. Dense bowl of porridge. But it's 8 o'clock. The race starts in 2.5 hours, so starting my day with a solid bit of fuel. Solid dump, yeah. Eggs. I've never seen eggs. I've never seen half cooked eggs with crumpet before, actually.
Half cooked eggs. Oh, I don't cook them to death.
That's the very sophisticated way of eating it, Daniel. So well done to you there.
Thank you.
Kind of still cooking on the plate. Just gonna film you eating that now. Just the next 10 minutes, I reckon.
Delicious.
Good. Yeah, just carry on. So in terms of last night, didn't sleep very well, but it's only my own fault really to have one of those bad nights of sleep that happen every now and again. Daniel had a nice sleep though, so that's
good for me.
That's really, yeah, I should be really happy about that. Happy for him. But yeah, I feel alright, so I'm sure I'll be fine. The weather's looking, apparently it's sort of 45, 50 mile an hour winds at the moment and all day, but certainly here it doesn't look too bad. And it looks fairly clear. So we'll see how it goes. Apparently it's a return to the winter weather today, but we'll see how it goes. The bag drop. Gone past 10 o'clock now. Nearly ready. We just had our first experience outside, waiting to get into this room, and there's no doubt that we've got the full effect of the storm now. It's pretty extreme on people's faces. Nice and wet and windy.
Shout out to Rob Carter, please. Rob Carter, if you're here, can you make yourself known? You need to bring Millie with you to...
I want to stand on the front line.
Last thoughts, really?
We're here, we found them.
Just looking forward to it. Good atmosphere. Going to enjoy watching each other suffer over the next 20 miles.
Yeah, the weather's
It's all about.
sun's out at the moment, a little bit.
But okay, guys,
Getting ready
if
now.
you can make your way through as quickly as possible.
Run faster for a second. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, I don't want to stop here.
Yeah, nicey time.
Once you're in, you're in. That's not going to get any better. Oh, that's deep there. Smells nice. At least it smells good. That's a look where we're going. Windy.